Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've been extremely busy. But anyway, I'm pretty sure you've seen biggest news in the community right now is that Ace Combat 6 multiplayer is now available on PC and on the Xenia emulator. So this video is pretty much a guide on how to get that running, as well as the PSP emulators with Ace Combat X Join Us All and Ace Combat X. So what we're gonna do is there's two ways to do the Xenia Ace Combat 6 emulator online. The first one I'm going to show you is going to be the already compiled and set up one, which is in my server. I'll put the link right here. It's going to be in the Emulation and Games channel, where there's a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So I'm going to start off with this. So it's going to have this zip file, and inside of this zip file there's going to be a few things. So we're going to have the Ace Combat 6 game itself, my own ISO file, which is right here. And then we're also going to have Xenia Netplay, which is right here. We're going to need that. The DLC is already pre-installed. And also there is a 100 save right there. I will show you how to install that in a minute. So let's start out with my file, and then we'll go on to the next one. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Xenia Netplay right here, exe. I'm going to open it. And then the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create a profile. And so we're going to do, there we go. I don't care if it's backwards, whatever, just a quick thing, whatever. Xbox Live should be enabled, all that good stuff. Then the net play thing, so that, we're not going to get to that yet because we're going to need Radman VPN. So we're going to minimize this. Now, I did throw in Radman installer right here. So you're going to install Radman VPN. We are going to need that. So it's going to have the passwords right here to get into the server, which is going to be mine right here. That's for mine for the Ace Combat X, or it could work for AC6. But really, for AC6, we're going to be using these two right here. So you're going to join one of Blaze Edge's servers right here. Also link Blaze Edge's server in the description because they play a lot of AC6. I'll link his Ace Combat 6 server. So join either the first or the second one. And then the next thing that we're going to do, so I already have mine enabled, so it should look like this, being a public Xenia AC6 1 or 2 server. They have all of it right here. And then now what we're going to do is, since that's set up, I'm going to hit netplay, API address. I'm going to click this first one, network interfaces, Radman VPN, network mode, Xbox Live. So let me go on and click those for this one. So it should see a little sign right there, network interfaces, Radman VPN, netplay. Then we're going to go to network mode, Xbox Live, and should be all good. So now we're going to close it. Now we're going to reopen it, and then we're going to go to File, Open, and then it's already set for mine, but make sure you find the Ace Combat 6 ISO file. So mine is right here. So usually it's okay if it takes a second to load. That's pretty normal. So we're just going to let it load up, all that kind of good thing. So once it loads up, then we're just going to make sure all the DLC works, all that kind of good thing. So just going to let it load. Long loading screen. Alright. And then I'm going to create new game data. It's going to load, and it created the game data. So I'm just going to hit whatever, just kind of go through the motions here. So just make sure that the DLC works first, which it should. And like I said, the DLC is already pre-installed, so we do have all the DLC here. So that's good to go. So now we're going to exit out. After we make sure that it works, what we're going to do now, I'm pretty sure you're going to want a 100 save. So in this content folder, you're going to see this right here. It's not exactly going to be these numbers and letters. Combination might be something different. You're going to see 00, then you're going to see a combination of letters and numbers. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go back to the 100 save. I'm going to copy this. Just copy. Don't move it. Copy it. Then we're going to go to content, go inside this folder, and then we're going to paste it. Do not delete these, just replace it, and replace it only. So now that it's replaced, we're going to go back, and then we're going to run Xenia again and make sure that everything works properly. So it's gonna load. I'm gonna go to. You can either do open recent, or you can just go to open straight up right here, and you know, go right there. Either one works. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna let it load, and there we go. Okay, so now I really wish that there was a speed up option, but unfortunately there isn't. So anyway, yeah, both the 100 saves right here, and then my personal saves in the middle, so you can always delete it if you want to make your own. But we have a 100 save, Ace of Aces works, all that good stuff. And then we should have pretty much all the skins, which we do. The only one that we shouldn't have, which be the CFA third skin, we don't have that one. So, you know, you probably have to earn that one. But aside that, you know, so we made sure everything works, all good there. So now, last thing, I'm gonna go to online, and then I'm gonna go to player match, create session, and then we're just testing things out. So just hit create session, and then it should be able to create and get you into a lobby. And as you can see, we're in the lobby. You know, got all this stuff, works just fine. So what you don't want to do not hit quick match, because here's the thing, you will get in a lobby, but once the mission starts, you're gonna crash. So, you know, don't do none of that. So just do custom. I haven't tried ranked. I'm not really worried about that or anything. So that should be it with the Ace Combat 6 stuff. Like I said, if you want to do Ace Combat 6 multiplayer, you're more than welcome to join my server, or you can go into Blaze's server. Now, here's the second way to install it. Let's say through this video right here. Oops, sorry. No, this video. So through Astral's video, he's the one that originally uploaded this from what I've seen first personally. So he has this right here. We're not gonna get this one. That one's not set up for AC6. Do not use that one. So he has a link to the guide right here, which I already have open over here, but I'm gonna close it out. So we're gonna have all of this right here. It's gonna show pretty much everything to do. I'm just gonna walk you through it so you don't have to read all of it. Right here, if you copy this right here, is Xenia net play. This one's already configured for Ace Combat, so I'm just gonna go right here, Control V, and then it's gonna have all of this stuff in it. So I'm just gonna download it right quick. Then it should give me a download location, which usually, for me personally, might not for you. It's gonna take a little bit of a second to kind of load up and everything. But I'm gonna put it. Let's see, where I have it. I remember. I had it right here, and then I had it into a new folder. I just put it right here because that's where I was doing my tutorial. So I'm gonna open it up, and then let's just do this. Make it a little bit easier. Drop it in there. It's open, and there we go. Alright, so I'm going to move it in there. I'm going to open it. Alright, so now that we have this, you know, let's say you have AC6 already. So then after that, we're pretty much going to go through the exact same steps. I'm going to create a profile. Make sure that is enabled. And then the next thing we're going to do is go to Radman VPN's website. I'm gonna download this. I already have it downloaded, so basically I'm gonna pull this up right here. So now I can see the servers to join. So if you want to do Ace Combat 6, join one of these two for the network. When I'm already in it, I'm in the second one. Doesn't matter if you're in first or second, they're both linked to the same server on Blaze's end, so it'll be all good here. So we're just gonna minimize that and minimize this. So we created our profile. So NetPlay. I'm gonna go to API, first one, network interfaces. After you set up Radman, I'm gonna do Radman VPN. It's gonna freeze up for a second. That's pretty normal. Yeah, see, it says not responding. Give it a second. And then we're gonna go down and do the Xbox Live one. So just to kind of let it connect to Radman, all that kind of good thing. It's normal for it to be like this. Just let it run its course like that, and then Xbox Live, and then now we're gonna close it, reopen it, file, open. I'm gonna go to Ace Combat 6. Now the save and the ISO file aren't gonna be there, of course, like it was in my package. So that's something you would have to get yourself. Unfortunately, can't show you how to get it. But anyway, that's how you do it for this one. That's how you get it all set up. If you want to know how to do the DLC and everything, you can just copy it from my file if you like. Either one works. So that's pretty much how the Xenia AC6 one goes and all that kind of stuff. So now let's go on to the PSP. Alright guys, so here's the second part. This part is for the PSP emulator. Now, it's not always the most stable, so just a heads up. If it doesn't work, you have to swap IPs or anything like that, and I'll show you what I mean as I go through the tutorial. But here's what you have to do first. Of course, join Radmin and install it. So you can do that either by looking it up right here and downloading it here, or you can go into my server and then download it from there. And also the password is in there as well. So the password to join mine will be right here. So for Ace Combat X and Join Us All, join my server for that one. Infinity User Discord, Uzia F16 is the password. So we're gonna minimize that. And this isn't your actual IP, so don't be worried about that or anything. It'll be fine. It's not gonna expose you. So I'm gonna open up where I have my PSP emulator located. And I know some people are confused why it's in Steam. It's because I added this game as a non-Steam game, so that's why it's in here. But for you, it might. Here, let me see. Where is it? Where do I have it located? Yep, there it is. So it might be located in a different area for you. So let's say it's in your folder or whatever. Mine, for example, would be. Go right here. So it'd be right here, and then yours might look like this, right? So you're gonna open yours, and then I'm gonna open mine from right here. But open yours from wherever it is. It's gonna open. So here's what your settings need to look like after you join the Radmin server. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to more settings, networking. Let me actually expand this so you can see it. You need to have networking and WLAN enabled. The MAC address doesn't really matter. You do need to have the Pro 80 Hawk server. Now here's the IP part that you need. So this is my IP if you notice, right? So the 26 ends in 180, 26 ends in 180, and all the numbers match up. So the person hosting needs to have their IP right here. So so if I'm gonna host, then have that right there. If I'm not hosting, then you need to use the person's IP that is going to be hosting. If it doesn't work, then a person that isn't hosting can make the lobby, and the person that is hosting can join either one. But preferably the person that is going to host, put your IP right here. So, and both IPs on everyone's in that's playing, all IPs have to be the same. Can't be different ones, they all have to be the same. Which means I have to, the person I'm playing with has to, other person I'm playing with has to, everyone's same IP. So after that, leave UPnP unchecked, and then here's the most important part, or it's not going to work. PSP offset, or port offset, sorry, needs to be at 0. This needs to be at 0. So I'm just going to open up Join Us All, which, let me see, where is it? Here it goes. Open up Join Us All, for example. So it's going to load. And then I'm just going to do a quick speed up just to kind of get through all this intro stuff. Just like that. So, campaign. Then it should load up into multiplayer. It's going to load, initialize. I'm going to create. There we go. I'm going to select the mission. Of course, I play on ace mode because I'm not bad at the game. And go in. And now you're in. So, you can select all this stuff. It'll load up just fine. And then you should be able to have all your buddies and stuff be able to join. So, should be a good time there. It's pretty easy setup. So, that's pretty much all there is to that one. But anyways, if you have any more questions, please go into my Discord. Please join Blaze's Discord as well. I'll link both. And I will see you guys pretty soon.